Hey, good morning. I'm excited to do another live workout with you guys. This one is going to be a body weight only workout for beginners. Okay, so we're covering some basic body weight movements, but we're also going to hustle a little bit because I want you to feel like you're getting some conditioning going. I want you to feel like you're working on your cardiovascular stamina a little bit. We're going to do a lot of just back and forth movement. So we're going to work hard, but it's still going to be beginner paced. We don't need any equipment for this workout. I'm going to have a box handy just in case. We are doing some push-ups in this one. So if you know that you prefer to do your push-ups elevated, that might be handy for you, okay? Well, let's see if we can get a good crew going. I can see you guys joining me. This is going to be fun. I don't have my workout partner with me today. I think he is off playing Legos or cars or something like that, so it's just me and you guys. All right, let's go ahead and start with a good warm-up. We're going to head over to the wall and do some leg swings to begin with. Okay, so standing up nice and straight, we're going to swing our inside leg forward and back about 8 times here, getting some good hip mobility action happening through that hip socket, standing up straight, starting to get our posture, firing up, turning on. Let's go ahead and turn it around, do the other side, other leg is swinging, make sure that your foot is flexed and you're getting a really nice kind of tug, a push-pull feel through the whole leg. Let's face the wall now and go side to side, across your body and then open, sit up really tall with your posture facing your wall, starting to get good deep breaths. Go ahead and switch sides, out and across, keeping your foot flexed. Good tall posture once again, and that's good for there. Okay, so standing up nice and straight, we want to be balancing on one foot really well. We're going to pick one knee up as high as you can, open that knee out to the side, and circle it down and around, trying to not tip your body around. Let's do that again. Pick your knee up, out to the side, spin it back around. Let's go one more. Pick your knee up, spin it out, back around. Let's switch directions, so come from behind. If you need to put your hand on the wall or a foam roller, that helps. Big circles here through the hip socket. Last one there, let's switch sides. Pick this knee up nice and high, move it out to the side, spin it around. Pick the leg up, spin it around, working on good posture here through your pelvis, and down. Let's switch directions, up and around, up and around. Last one, up and around. Okay, plant your feet nice and flat and firm, thumbs up to the ceiling. We're gonna pull one hand high, one hand comes low, press your chest through, and then pull your thumbs back together. Thumbs pull apart from each other, one arm high, and then thumbs come back to touch. Do it again. Pull apart, press your chest through, back to touch, apart, and touch. Let's switch directions. Pull apart, round it. Make sure that you're really feeling your shoulder blades rounding, pulling, spreading across your back, and then connecting back together. So one more. There we go. Okay, let's find your bent over position. So sitting into your deep squat with your booty out behind you. Let's prop your knees open with your forearm, fingertips towards the floor. Really fire up your core and your hip muscles. We're gonna reach one hand up really high, bring your fingertips back down. One hand comes up high, back down. Let's go 2 of those. Really big on that one. One more. Let's switch sides. So now plant this elbow in. Make sure you're not so deep that you're rounded over like this. Squat down, lift your chest, good tall posture. Reach up, back down. Reach up. We're going 4 of these on this side. Nice straight back. There's 3. Last one. Good. Go ahead and stand all the way up. Arms up overhead like a Y. Feet are planted parallel. Thumbs are pointing back behind you. Keep your thumbs pulled back as much as you can. See if you can keep them behind your body as you sit down in a squat. Stand back up, sit down again, do that again. Keep your thumbs pulled back, knees open. Go again. Exhale to rise. Squat down, thumbs pulled back. 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8. Go ahead and release the arms down. Now our shoulders feel really warm, okay? Let's go ahead and position the hands behind the head, elbows pulled back. Once again, we're engaging all those big posture muscles. Let's position one foot forward, one foot back. You're up on your toe in the back. Tuck your tailbone under, so lock your tailbone down. Pull the front of your pelvis up. And we're going to sit down into your split squat. Push through the front leg to stand back up. Do it again. Sit down, drive through that front heel to rise back up. Down, up. You should be able to wiggle your forward toes. Those toes should not be gripping really, really hard on the floor. It's your heel that's doing the pushing. Let's go one more. And switch sides. Other foot forward. Other foot plants back. Sit up tall. Tuck your tail. Pull the front of your pelvis up. We're going to sit down and back up. Make sure you can wiggle your front toes. It should feel like your heel and the ball of your foot are pushing. Push. Really picture pushing the ground away from you. Like it's almost like the ground is the thing that's moving, not your body. One more of these. Let the arms release. Let's go ahead and plant the feet wide. We should be nice and familiar with these ones now. We do them almost every time because we want to get your body moving in side to side motion, which is really hard, usually pretty stiff for a lot of us. So feet are planted wide, rotate your toes inward just slightly. We're gonna reach your hands forward as your hip goes back and to the side. Push up, let's keep going this direction. Down and up, you should still be able to wiggle your toes. By wiggling your toes, it ensures that you've got the weight all in the right spot. Your weight should be back in your heel, not up in your toes. Let's go just 2 more. A little deeper on this one. Now let's go the other direction. You probably shouldn't have to reposition your feet. They should be right where they need to be. Sit down, wiggle those toes. Make sure your hips are sitting really far out. If you think you've got them far enough, go a little bit further. Exaggerate it like crazy. Reach forward, stand up. Forward, up. One more, forward, up. Bring your feet together. We're going to stand to one side of your space. We're going to leap over to the other side, but I don't want you to just be straight-legged or straight body. Sit into it. Okay, so from the side, it looks like your booty's out and you're doing almost a half squat, but you're balancing on one foot, okay? So I see a lot of people doing these just upright. No, I want you to get down into it, okay? So here we go, we're gonna go 8 per direction. Down and stick the landing. Down and stick. Be an athlete about it, okay? 2, 3, woo, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, keep going, 7, 7, 8, there's 8. Good job, you guys. Okay, so we should be nice and warm and ready to move on to the main portion of our workout. So, here's what we're gonna do. I've got my tablet and I have it set up to help us time intervals, okay? So each exercise, we're gonna work for 30 seconds and I will be telling you when to stop and when to start. Our rest periods in between each exercise is 15 seconds. So we'll get a little bit of a rest time before we start the next exercise. The nice thing about this is that you don't have to count. You can just keep going at your own pace until the interval time is up. You should be able to see this from where you are, but I will cue you as well. Okay, this whole screen will change colors when it's time to start and when it's time to stop, okay? Our first exercise is a Spider-Man crawl. So this is a tall plank position. You can certainly do this elevated up on your hands on a box or a chair if you want. And we're gonna bring your knee towards the outside of your arm, keeping your torso perfectly positioned right above your hands. Or we can do this down on the floor too. So foot comes towards the outside. Make sure you're not rocking forward and back with your body. Keep it perfectly flat. Okay, so we've got 30 seconds of work in 3, 2, 1, begin. Okay, here we go. So foot comes towards the outside. Keep your body smooth and steady, just like you're holding a really firm plank. Your torso should not be moving. Shoulders should be packed. Head is neutral. Don't look up. Keep your head in line with the remainder of your body. You can use your fingertips for grip. Just keep working. We've got 3 seconds left, and then we're going to stand up and stop there. Our next exercise that we're going to pair it with is a prisoner squat. So we're just sitting down and up. And we'll do 30 seconds of that. When that changes to green, we're going to go. 2, 1, begin. So we're going to sit down and up, down and up. Make sure your knees are not coming together. Keep your weight along the outside edges of your feet. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Keep your elbows pulled back. Keep going. Booty is out. At the bottom of your squat is a good place to exhale. 2, 1, and stop. We're going back to the Spider-Man crawls, okay? So just these 2 exercises at a time. Go ahead and get yourself positioned. Whether you want to do them elevated or not, it's up to you. 2, 1, and begin. Foot comes towards the outside. Once again, torso is really flat and firm. Very controlled and rigid. I don't want these to look sloppy. Keep a steady pace going. Strong shoulders. Keep your belly pulled in. Keep breathing. 2, 1, and stop. Stand on up. We're going back to the prisoner squats. Deep breath. These 15 seconds is enough time to get in a position and catch your breath. We've got 5 seconds. 3, and go. Squat down and up. Let's see if we can pick the pace up a little bit more. Get a little bit more reps in as long as you know you've got good technique. Both legs should be perfectly symmetrical. I don't want one knee further in than the other knee. Keep your knees right above your feet, okay? Elbows pulled back. Down, up. Should feel like you're pushing evenly between both feet. Stop. Good job. We've got one more set through of just those 2 exercises. It's amazing how you can just take 2 exercises and make a pretty difficult workout. I promise we'll do more than just 2 though. Okay, here we go. Spider-Man crawls again. Go. Strong shoulders. This final set here is when you gotta fight hard for good technique. Don't compensate and get sloppy about it. Let your leg move, but nothing else moves. Keep your hips low and in line with your shoulders. We've got 8 more seconds. And stop. One more round of our prisoner squats, okay? Big deep breath. One more deep breath. Find your stance. Arms up, elbows back, go. Squat down, up. Let's see if we can get a lot of these. We've got 30 seconds. Let's see if we can go about 1 every 2 seconds. So about 15 of these. Keep breathing, push. The nice thing about timed intervals is that you truly can just go at your own pace. We all start and stop at the same time, but one of us might get like 15 or 20 squats. Someone else might just get 10, and that's okay. Okay, we're gonna rest through a full cycle, so I'm gonna let it just keep going. We're not gonna work when it does the next cycle of work. We're just gonna let it keep cycling, and then we'll pick up again on the next exercise, okay? So grab a quick sip of water. I like intervals too because they keep you honest. They time your rest breaks too. I think usually we would probably naturally want to rest more than we need to sometimes. So it's good to have your rest breaks timed a little bit. Okay, so when that goes back to green, we got to work again. Okay, so our next exercise is our side split squats, just like we did in the warm-up. But this time, we're going to alternate sides. Reach your arms forward and begin. Squat down. Now we're going that way. Squat down. Reach your weight back. It should feel like you can wiggle your toes. As you squat down, that knee comes right above your ankle. Not in, not out, but directly above your ankle. Keep working, keep pushing. We're going to pair this exercise up with a push-up. Okay, so I want you to start thinking about that push-up. Are you going to need some elevation for it? Do you need to put your hands on a box? Or are you going to try it on the floor? No matter what, we've got 30 seconds of push-ups. So we're going to line yourself up. Shoulders right at hand height. I want you to tuck your tail in so you're flat. Lower your hips into place. And go. We're going to lower your chest between your hands and push. Push. Almost picture you're trying to push the floor away from you. Push. Push. Your elbows should be shooting out behind you and to the side a little bit, almost at a 45-degree angle. Not directly out to the side. Keep going. If you need to pause at the top for a breath and then go again and stop. Those are great to kind of pace yourself with, so you can do a push-up, pause. Do a push-up, pause. Okay? And then you can work up and get better at just continuous movement. All right, we're back to these. Ready? Begin. Squat to this side and to this side. Really feel like you're sitting back into one hip. The reason I like these exercises so much, or this one in particular, the side stuff, is it's working in a different plane of motion. This is called your frontal plane of motion. Our bodies like to track forward and back so much that this direction kind of gets underworked. And it's important to also train this side to side stuff. Okay, pause there. We're gonna do your push-ups again. Find your height. Big deep breath. We've got 7 seconds. Go ahead and get yourself in a position. Up on your toes, tuck your tail, lower flat, and go. Keep your head in line with your body. Don't let your head sag. Think about your push-ups like they're moving planks. Exhale to rise. Go again. Exhale to rise. If you need to pause at the top, you can. I don't care if all you get are 3 push-ups. It's better than none. Okay, here we go. We've got 1 more round, okay? We've done 2. We're gonna get a 3rd one. Big deep breath. Your heart rate is probably up. It's a good thing. We're strengthening your muscles and your heart and lungs at the same time. The best kind of workout, the efficient kinds. The ones where you're just getting it all at once. Sit down and back. Toes should be able to wiggle. Torso is up firm. Really reach your arms like you mean it. Reach them forward strong. Sit down and push. Let's go 1 more rep this way. And we're done there. Let's head to our push-ups again. This is our last time doing push-ups, I promise. Make sure that your push-ups, when you're at the bottom, you should feel open, not hunched up, okay? Keep your chest open. Ready, and go. Firm. Keep your tail tucked. Glutes are tight. Glutes as tight as you can make them, even though it's an upper body exercise. We want that plank really firm. Keep pushing. Glutes are firm, abs are tight. Keep going. Good job. Okay, we made it through 3 sets. We're gonna let that cycle through again, and we'll do another round of stuff. Grab a quick sip of water. Take a deep breath. Give me a thumbs up if you're doing okay. That's gonna keep cycling. I like these workouts too because you know exactly how long it's gonna be. You can actually count up exactly how long the workout is, okay? Almost every month in the coaching program, I try to include at least one workout that involves the interval training like this. It's kind of nice to get a little bit of a break from counting, and you can just let a timer app take care of it for you. Okay guys, our next round of exercises, remember that split squat we did in the warm-up? Now that can be an option, you can do just that. But if you can, I want us to step back into it and then switch sides. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. We're gonna step back, stand up, switch legs. Step back and up. This is like learning how to do a lunge the right way. Often people go directly towards the straightforward stepping lunges, and that can sometimes be way too much pressure on the knees if they're not strong enough yet. So by doing a step back lunge, the forward leg, which is your worker, stays in contact with the floor the whole time, which gives that leg a little bit of time, you can stop, to just build up strength. Our next exercise, we're gonna find your bent over position. Bring your chest towards the floor, arms dangling. We're gonna do T's, okay? Tuck your chin. Thumbs pull up towards the sky, let it out. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Make sure your shoulder blades are not squeezing up towards your neck. Keep your neck long by tucking your chin. Your weight should be back in your heels, not up in your toes. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And last one there. Good job. Let's go back to the reverse lunge. If you were doing it as a split squat, do the other leg forward this time. Okay? You're probably like, how do I make sure I balance it out? You can do the right leg the first set, left leg the second set. Ready, go. Reach back. Make sure that you're standing upright. Your arms reaching forward is that counterbalance that you might need for good posture. It's okay if your back knee doesn't quite touch the floor, not a big deal. Keep the majority of your weight through your front leg. Sink down, drive through that front leg to stand back up. Just like a split squat. You gotta feel like you're pushing the floor away from you. Split squats, like we did in the warm-up, graduate you up to being able to do a lunge like this. It's the best way to build up strength for good lunges. Okay, bent over position, arms dangling, and go. Chin is tucked, thumbs up. Make sure your toes can wiggle. Weight is back in your hips. Keep in mind, if you ever get a little bit of a pain in your low back, try changing the angle of your tailbone. You can either send it higher up to the sky or tuck it under just a little bit. Sometimes just by moving your tailbone like half an inch can do wonders and fix the whole thing. Squeeze, squeeze. Okay, last round. Reverse lunges. I'm going to show you from the front because we need to make sure that when you step back into your reverse lunge, this knee is not going in or out. It needs to be perfectly straight, plumb line down your shin, okay? Ready, go. Step back, switch legs. That one needs to be straight too. Step back. This is when doing them in front of a mirror might be helpful because it might feel like they're straight, but you might actually be putting more weight through the big toe and it looks kind of like that. Okay, we need to make sure that you've got weight along the outside edges of your feet, keeping your knees open. Doing okay? Keep it going. Last drop there. Good job. Got our bent over T's. Big deep breath. One more big deep breath. Bent over. Okay, settle in. Weight is on your heels. And pull up into a T. Keep your chin tucked. Squeezing between your shoulder blades. Thumbs are pointing up towards the ceiling. The reason I have your thumbs up towards the ceiling is to activate a little bit more of those rotator cuff muscles, your external rotators, which are really important. Those are also good for posture. 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, you guys are doing good. All right, grab a quick sip of water. We're gonna let it cycle one more time through. We have one more round of exercises. Are you sweaty? Are you doing good? Okay, grab some water. Our final round, we're gonna see what you're made of. I know at this point you feel tired and you're like, and I think I'm done, but no, we're gonna keep moving. Usually your body is capable of a lot more. Our final exercise, you're gonna sit into kind of a foot together, like a narrow stance squat. And if you can, we're gonna hop it or just tap, okay? So your choice, go. Stay low, either way. Try to not bounce too high up and down. This is a good time to practice that pelvic floor engagement. Think about doing a Kegel. You guys, I messed up. I made us go during the break period. Let's keep going. You're gonna get extra rest after this one. Keep going. We got 5 more seconds. And stop. Okay, you gotta take about a 30-second rest now. That was my bad, but maybe it's working out in your favor. Big deep breaths. I'm gonna show you the next one. We're actually gonna do burpees. Don't freak out, there's lots of ways to modify a burpee. One way is to use your box. Squat down, so booty out behind you, send one foot back, foot comes back in, stand up. Squat back down towards the box, step out, in, up, okay? Let's try that. You can do it on the box, go ahead and begin, or down on the floor. Out, in, stand up, squat down, in, stand up. Squat down, out, in, stand up. That squatting up motion should feel like you're pushing through your legs to rise up. Don't just unfold using your back. Out, in, up. I know a lot of people are like, I never thought I could do a burpee. Yeah, well, there's a lot of ways to modify things. Okay, take a good break. We're back to these ones. Remember, you can just do it as a tap. No matter what, you gotta stay low and try to move quick. 2, 1, go. Stay low, up on the balls of your feet, no matter which version you're doing. Try to not bounce too much. Use your quad muscles to hold you down deep. Stay steady. Got 12 seconds left. You can do anything for 12 seconds, right? Here we go, here we go. Getting close. Stay low. And stop. Okay, we're back to the burpees. If you want a bit more of a challenge, we can do it as a hop this time. Hop out, hop in, stand up. Okay, let's just make sure that when you hop out, so pick your version, ready, go. When you hop out, make sure your body's flat and not sagging, okay? Stand up, go at your own pace. Pick your own version. If you want to just do this step back version, that's fine. Just think light on your feet, no matter which way you choose. We're just getting your whole body involved. Last one here. We got one more round. Big deep breath. This is our last round, guys, and we're gonna cool down, okay? I promise. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. You're too loud. Go away. Stay low. Up on the balls of your feet. Make sure your pelvic floor is staying engaged. It's kind of tricky to do when you're bouncing and working. Stay low though. Speed it up a little bit. Last couple sets. Stop. Last round of your burpees. Lots of options here. You can do the box. You can do the floor. You can do the jump. Or you can do a full jump. Ready? I'm going to do the full jump. Jump up at the top. Do whichever version you know You have the control. And you can make it look pretty, but powerful. Couple more reps. Last one. Let's get one more in. And we're done. Good job, you guys. Okay. Good job. Calvin, get out of here. Wow, you did a good job. Okay. So a lot of you guys will probably ask me, what is the app that you're using? If you just go to your app store, whatever device you have, and just search for interval timer, there are lots of options that come up. I suggest finding one that's free. You do not need to pay for one. And finding one where you can adjust whatever you want to be able to adjust. So adjusting the work period, adjusting the rest period, and adjusting the cycles. You can see how I set it up, where I just set it for 30 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, and like infinity cycles, because sometimes I've been like, oh, I have 4 exercises, do them 3 times, so I need 12 cycles, and then I realized like I miscounted somewhere in there, and the timer will just stop. I'm like, I'm not done. So just send it for as many cycles as you can. It's a great way to train without having to count, right? Okay, so let's finish with a couple good stretches, you guys, and then I'll let you get on your way. Let's sit down. Let's actually go all the way down on your back, on the floor. Lay all the way back. Big deep breaths. Extend one leg out straight. Pull the other knee into your chest. If you guys have a foam roller there at home, and after we finish, if you want to foam roll, I highly encourage it. You spend some time on your foam roller. I know that not everybody has a foam roller at home, so we're not going to include it today in this video, but please do it if you've got it. Let's go ahead and extend that leg up straight. And if you can, keep your knee pressed back straight. We're going to pull that leg back into a good hamstring stretch. Keep your heel pressed up towards the ceiling, your toes pulled down towards your knee. This is a very active working hamstring stretch. Big deep breaths. Let's go ahead and bend that knee now and cross your ankle over the opposite knee. And just for a split second, push your knee away from you for just a moment. Big deep breaths. And then now release that knee and grab the thigh of the other leg and pull the whole unit in toward your chest without it lifting your tailbone off the floor. Big deep breaths. Another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Pull in a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and release. Let's extend that leg out straight along the floor. Pick the other leg up. Hug your knee in towards your chest. Working on keeping your straight leg down to the floor. Press it down firmly. Sometimes people will grab their knee and it will pull the whole other leg up off the floor. Make sure that leg stays straight. And press down. Let's try extending that leg now. Push it up towards the sky. You can grab behind your thigh. Really push your heel up firm. Pull your toes towards your knee. You're getting hamstring here. You're getting calf here. You're getting your Achilles tendon. You're even getting some of your plantar fascia. Big deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go ahead and bend your knee. Cross your ankle over your other knee. Make sure that this foot is flexed, okay? Don't let this ankle go relaxed or limp. Keep this toe pulled back towards your knee. That's going to protect your knee joint, actually. Let's see if we can first push your knee away from you to kind of flatten your shin. And then now let go of that knee and grab your thighs and pull them in towards you. Big deep breaths. And go ahead and release. We're going to do kind of a silly one now. Plant your feet on the floor, almost a little wider than mat width apart. And what I want you to do is take your knees and just roll them towards each other so your knees are touching. You're going to get kind of a gentle stretch through the hip joint where your hips are kind of where your femurs are rotating inward. Let's go ahead and take it a little further. You can stay here if you want, but if you want to go a little further, let's open one knee up, but then let the other knee go closer down towards the floor inward. Big deep breaths. See if you can let this happen without it arching your low back. It's kind of tricky. Let's pull that knee up, back up straight, and let the other one drop inward without it letting your upper back or your low back arch. Go ahead and pull those back up straight. We're going to roll onto your side and sit up. Now, you can sit on your knees, you can sit on the floor, on your bum if you want, whatever is more comfortable to you. From this position, let's actually take your hands out in front of you, pointing your fingers. I'll show you from the side. Clasping your hands, pointing your fingers, and we're going to point and around your upper back away from the direction your fingers are pointing. You'll feel like your chest becomes a cave and your shoulder blades are trying to really spread apart. Let's go ahead and come the other way. Open your arms up really big to the side and push your chest through. Keep your chin level, shoulder blades down. Big stretch. Keep that chest open. Now we're going to take your fingers up to the sky. Big overhead stretch. Tuck your tailbone down just a little bit, and we're going to side bend one direction. You're going to feel this stretch all through this armpit. You can even look up to the sky underneath that arm. Come right back through the center. Side bend the other way. Look up to the sky. And back to the center. We're going to release the arms, but by taking them backward and then down. That's a good spot to end right there, you guys. Great job. I pushed you a little bit today. Even as a beginner, we can still work pretty darn hard and get a good sweat on. Hopefully you liked this workout. Feel free to come back and revisit it at any time. Keep in mind that this is the final week to register for the Strong Wellness Coaching Program. If you're not already coaching with me, make sure that you take care of that. Go sign up for the coaching program so that you can keep doing live workouts like this with me. Okay? So, have a great rest of your day, you guys. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you next time.